Hey everybody, Specialist Dowler from the 246th Army Band. I'm going to go ahead and talk about pay and benefits because I know you're all very interested in what you can make and what the Army can do for you, so I'll just jump right in. Everybody's going to like something a little bit different. I talk to a lot of young people, a lot of students, so I rely heavily on, scholarship money. I was a student at the University of Georgia. I studied music composition there for the past 3 years, just graduated, and man, the National Guard was a great decision for me financially, in addition to just all the professional and musical experience that I got from it. So we'll get into all that, but if you have any questions about this, let me know. I'll link you to all the different resources that are professionals on these things. I'm not a professional money person. I just know what I have experienced and what's available to you. So first of all, we're going to talk about basic training pay. When you first sign up, before you join the band, you've got to go to basic training, 10 weeks, and Army Music School, 10 weeks. I'll talk about those more later. But anyway, you're going to have 5 months of training overall, which you're going to get paid full-time salary for. When you sign up as a musician, you're going to start out as an E4, which, 1, 2, 3, 4, is 3 steps higher than most people start out as privates. Which means you're going to be getting paid more because you're qualified as a musician and you had to go through that extra audition process. Right now, currently in 2020, as a fresh beginner E4, you're going to be making $22.63 a month. That's $2,263 a month basic paycheck. That's pretty good considering, a lot of people that sign up are in college, coming out of high school, kind of in the earlier starts of their career. That's a lot of money. Just for being a beginner. Of course, that's going to go up as you gain rank, as you gain time in service, and as inflation stuff happens and they change the pay charts. That's going to go up. But yeah, so that's going to be what you're making every month. Now, the cool part is if you have a house, if you have a lease, if you have a mortgage, if you have a thing that you're paying for housing, they're going to get you an extra housing money on top of that. It depends on where you live and the zip codes of everything. But, you can expect about $1,400 for housing as an E4. That's crazy. So, with all that total together, $3,700 a month? That's pretty impressive for being a straight beginner. After 5 months, you're going to pocket around $18,000. And keep in mind, while you're at basic training, you're not spending any money. You're getting your free rooming, you're getting your free food, you're going to wear the uniform. So you can spend money, you can waste it on Uber, going to the movies at AIT, and you can buy all this fancy yearbook packages and stuff if you want to. But other than that, you're not going to be spending any money there. So I came out of basic training because I didn't have a house, $10,000 in my pocket. That's pretty good. I've never seen that many zeros before as a 19-year-old, so keep that in mind. After basic training, you're going to be drilling 2 days a month, and then 2 weeks during the summer, which comes out to about 38, 40 days a year. So what does that paycheck look like? Because that's the actual drilling National Guard schedule. Right now as an E4, $285 for a 2-day drill weekend. The way they calculate that is 2 National Guard days is equal to 4 active duty days. And so whatever they would make in 4 days, you're going to make in 2 days, which is pretty sweet. They're not just paying you for 2 days of work, they're paying you for 4 days just for working 2 days, if that makes any sense. So anyway, $285 a month for working 2 days, and then during the summer tour, you're going to be working 2 weeks during the summer, or other time of year, usually it's the summer. That's going to be about $1,000. On top of that, mileage. I've been driving the past couple of years from Athens, Georgia, all the way over to Columbia, South Carolina. That's pretty handsome mileage. I knew some people that were driving from Florida, Tennessee. If you're driving from a couple hours away, mileage is going to be pretty impressive. On top of that, whenever we go stay somewhere, if we're doing gigs in Greenville and we stay at hotels for a couple days, to do that, they're going to pay for your hotel. They're going to pay you for food on the road in addition to pay. So anyway, that $1,000 for the summer tour is just the base pay, and there's stuff on top of it. So altogether, base pay as an E4 starting out, you're going to be making about $4,420 a year for working that 38, 40-day schedule. The really cool part is the education benefits, especially for me where I was and a lot of young people which are trying to get into this program. Man, the education benefits, people are just throwing money at you, I'm telling you what. GI Bill, first of all, is a monthly stipend, $384 for full-time students. That's $100 more than your base paycheck is GI Bill stipend right off the bat. Tuition assistance, GarmyEd. Of course, I'll link all this because there's professionals that know all the things. And tuition assistance, $4,500 per school year for full-time students. That's impressive. When you total all that up, as a student, you could be making $12,376 a year for working 38, 40 days. When you break that down, the hours and the days and everything, it's like almost $41 an hour. Keep in mind, minimum wage $7.25. I was working one semester at a dining hall, less than $8 an hour, flipping burgers, scrambling eggs, cutting pizzas. I could be doing that for 5 hours, or I could play tuba for 1 hour and get paid the same. I'm just going to let that sink in. Moving on. Of course, there's other scholarships. The civilian-ran National Guard Association of South Carolina, $1,000 a year scholarship which you can sign up for. If you go to an in-state school, South Carolina has a CAP program, College Assistance Program, another $4,500 a year on top of the federally funded tuition assistance. And every school, I don't know about every school, my school at least had a Veterans Association which were just private people that donated money for military people to use. So anyway, those are all very lucrative things that you can find. People like supporting military people. People see service people and they want to support you. Moving on, health and life insurance. Everybody in this unit that I talk to talks about how great and affordable and the coverage of the health and life insurance programs. Especially if you have a family, man, these are something to look into. You can go on their website and see all the different options and everything, but this is a huge benefit that people talk about. Retirement plan with TSP, 401k type contributions. That's really helpful. They contribute up to 5% match of your base pay towards that, which is great. And if you retire after like 20 years or past that, you can get a pension, a retirement payment when you're older just for doing nothing. So if you want to think that far ahead in the future, doing some work now can pay off later in a big way. What else? VA home loan, $0 down to buy a house. I'm personally not in a position where if I want to buy a house now, some of the younger people that I talk to aren't even thinking about housing. But yeah, VA home loan, $0 down. That's a lot easier to come by than trying to drop 30, 40 grand on a down payment sometime. So keep that in mind. Military discounts, countless stores. Haircut places, I get like $5 off. I got a free ticket to the Atlanta Aquarium. You can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get like 10% off whatever. Get a free dessert at Applebee's or Red Lobster or something. So anyway, those are all really small things which might not seem like much, but when you actually get to take advantage of them, I just did my taxes for free on Military One Source at H&R Block. It took me like 15, 20 minutes to do my taxes for free. So these are all things that are provided to you as service people. Because, you know, working in the National Guard is not free. You've got to come in and work. You've got to train. You've got to maintain a certain standard. But at the same time, we're going to take care of you. There's lots of things where we're all a team, and we know that you work hard. And so there's benefits here. You can read about them, and I'm sure there's a lot more that I missed. But I just wanted to let you be aware of the things that are out there for you. All this can be yours just for playing an instrument, something which many of you probably do for free just for fun. So anyway, if you're interested in learning how to transform your hobby, your passion into, you know, something that can actually support you financially and in other ways, keep reading, keep watching, and learn how you can be part of the 246 Army Band. Thanks.